Hello everyone, welcome to my page. It's your boy AudioMonkey, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a mid-tempo Afrobeat instrumental. In case you're new here, please like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notifications bell so whenever I drop a new video you get to see it as soon as it drops. So without wasting much time, I'm going to play the beats and I'm going to go through everything in the track.
AudioMonkey.
So that is basically the arrangement. I stopped the beats there because it's basically just the same thing playing over again. So the first 8 bars, this is the intro, and the first thing I put when I was making this track was this sample. So it was originally 104 BPM, but I slowed it down a little and I retained the original key, so it's in the key of C sharp minor. And when I got that melody, I started working on the drums actually. So I'm gonna go to the drums. I have a bunch of one-shot samples programmed, and so it's a basic Afro drum pattern, and effects I have on the instruments are not anything too crazy. I have an EQ and a compressor on the kick, and I have a lot of layered instruments. There's a snare. It's a kind of like a deep snare. I EQ'd it, put some compression and reverb, light compression anyways, not anything too serious. Then I have a rim shot, and this is like a mixture of a clap and a snare. I cut this sample from pre-existing loop and I EQ'd it also. So yeah, those are the effects on the one-shot samples, nothing too fancy. And I added so this is a loop, and obviously so these 2 loops are what really gives the 2 elements that really build the vibe of the beat. And yeah, I can't actually even recall where I got these loops from exactly, but I'm quite sure one of these loops is from producer Micah. Producer Micah is also a Nigerian producer, and he makes a lot of high quality sample packs. So maybe you guys should also check him out if you can. So this is the intro, and before the hook comes in, there's a drum roll. So it's several different chops of different samples and drum fills and stuff like that. And of course, I have a riser effect here and a clap when it drops. So so those are the drums basically, and then I have a couple of synths, most of which I have already exported to Wave. And the reason I do that is because of the CPU capacity of my PC, and recording this video and running all these heavy VSTs at the same time would really max out my PC. So basically what I do is I have a VST here. If I have samples programmed on this sequencer, part of the sequencer, all I need to do is go to the mixer and turn on this little button here to arm the disk recording. And when I do that, I go here and I choose render to wave files. Let me just turn that on real quick. So if you choose render to wave file, all the stuff that you have here automatically goes to the playlist, and then you don't have to worry about, you can just delete it from the sampler channel, and it helps your CPU, you know, and your project run smoother. So the first sound I exported was let me just see real quick. Yeah, I think it was this one. So I'm just gonna play it with the drums so that I can feel it. And I have the chords excuse me, I exported the chords also so that you can have a look at what kind of chords they are. And the preset, by the way, is from Lounge Lizard. It's an electric piano VST, and this is the name of the patch in case you guys want to check it out. So the chords are not anything complex, just basically 3-note chords like triads, you know. So I made that score based off of this original sample. I just found the key and I did all that. Then the second sound I put was also a piano from Contact, and it's so I want to show you guys something important here. You can see all these notes. I played around with the velocity of the notes, and I kind of allowed the notes to glide a little at some parts. It just gives it a different feel and a different vibe on the track. So yeah, this was from Contact's Neo Soul keys, and the name of the preset is Soft R&B. You get so. So yeah, this is a sub bass sample, and it's basically the same thing throughout the whole track. I didn't even bother changing it because it just fits and it does the job. So yeah, now I'm going to show you the Vox sample, and I'm going to show you the Purity lead sample that plays at the second part of the verse. So this is the intro, and once we're done with this part, we come to the hook. So this is a Vox sample, and okay, yeah, came with the same sample. But yeah, that's the point. I added some effects to it. This is an EQ. Took out all the lows totally, and I added some. This is it's like a modulation effect, right? So a lot of people use it on instruments, but you can also use it on vocals and stuff like that. You can use it pretty much on anything, depending on what the vibe is. Just if the vibe is nice, it's nice. So that's the point. So I use that on the vocals, and yeah, this is Purity Lead. It's from the synth section, and it's called Simple Sign. So you can check that out also. So as you can see, these are the MIDI notes for that lead sample playing. I also exported it, but I kept the notes so that I could show you guys how I program all these things. You get. So at this section, I also have so yeah, it's really nice. This is the same keys I used at the end of the intro. I brought it back at the verse, right? Yeah, I brought it back at the verse, and it plays for all 16 bars. You get. So just before the ending of the verse, at the last 8 bars, there's a saxophone sample that comes in and plays, right before the hook goes out. Also, yeah, I forgot to show you guys, there's a horn sample also from Contact. It's from Session Horns. Yeah, it's called Session Horns, and I have a lot of brass instruments, trumpets, and all that. So if you want to get this kind of sound, you should check that out. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. That's the end of the verse. Then we go back to the hook. So that is the end of this video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. If you did, please like, drop your feedback, share with your friends, and subscribe. See you guys next time.